full-bodied, sherry-rich. Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have a famous bottle here in my cask. It's the Glenfarclas, 12 years old. 1 liter bottle for the travel value or duty-free shops. And it has a slightly higher ABV than the 10 years old, which I had just a week ago here in my cask. It's 43% ABV. It's uncolored. And it's reasonably priced. So it's mid-30s here in Europe and not more expensive in the UK or the US. And if you look at the content, you have a 30% more content or 34% more content. It's a full liter for that price. Wonderful. In former times in the UK, most whiskies had an age of 10 years, and for the travel value, they gave them, 2 years more, and they gave them a little ABV more. Instead of 40% ABV, 43% ABV. For the travel value, they gave them 3% more in ABV and 2 years more. And over the decades, the continent, adapted to those 12 years of age. And when all companies changed the age of whiskey to no age statement whiskey, it was, an affront against those 12 years in Europe or on the continent. Glenfarclas is a distillery, privately owned, very small, and privately owned since the beginning in the sixth or seventh generation. And this whiskey is uncolored. You see this wonderful dark color, and this is due to an hefty percentage of sherry cask maturation. And these bottles, the 10-year-old and the 12-year-old, they have uncolored glass, called white glass. And the older ones, 15, 17, 21 years old, they are brown, tanned. But the very old ones, the family casks, are clear again to see this dark color of those old whiskies. I had one, 1962. So here on the back, I've seen there are the tasting notes, natural color. They hadn't been there a decade ago. I had that whiskey 7 years ago, in 2010, and there hadn't been those tasting notes there. Natural color with a fresh, tempting nose which oozes sweetness, full-bodied and delightfully sherried, long and flavorsome with a lingering spiciness. George S. Grant. So I like those distilleries which are privately owned. Sherry. Which are privately owned because they are able to produce constantly, not according to the stock market and the shareholder. So Glenfarclas has a not unlimited, but close to unlimited supply of aged whiskies. So you do not have to be anxious that those 12-year-old or 15-year-old are going out of market. There had been an addition at the lower end of the spectrum with no age statement whiskey below the 10 years old, but this is, for the cheaper market. Which is not quite true. Those unaged or no age statement whiskies are in the mid-30s as well as this bottle is, but you only get 0.7 liters, and here you get a full liter. So I think price value is extremely with this whiskey. full-bodied, sherry-rich, little sweet, starting spiciness. This is not that complex as the older Glenfarclas are. So this is distillery character and hefty sherry on top. The whiskey is part ex-bourbon cask, part sherry cask, with a decent amount of first fill sherry cask to get the color. And this is a wonderful, pleasant, balanced, but not complex aroma. You have to go to more age to have a more complex aroma. Yeah. Rich, full, sherry, mouth-filling. Very good sipping. Dangerously good sipping. The aftertaste, medium to long, starting with a little oakiness, 12 years, yeah. Little spiciness in the aftertaste. No bitterness. Get some friends and a bottle of this and it will be empty afterwards. Yeah. So this is dangerously good. So from the price-value relationship, this is close to unbeatable for me. A very lot of good whiskey for a medium price. Wow. I will empty that glass later. Still have some whiskey to go. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. And as always, feel free to add your comments and to share this video with your friends and give your ratings about this bottle in our whiskey database on Whisky.com.